Hello everyone, I'm Stuart Clark. I'm the co-founder and festival director of the Leeds Digital Festival, which has become the largest and most open tech festival in the UK. And we've been pleased to work with Asda over the last few years, both as event organisers and sponsors. So we're going to spend some time today talking to colleagues within the tech team at Asda. And we'll be discussing topics such as the future of retail, challenges of working at scale, and the importance of culture. And we'll also discuss a topic that's been at the forefront of everyone's minds over the last few months, which is, of course, COVID-19, and about how significant a challenge it's been for retailers to assess the implications of the pandemic.
How do we keep the lights on and keep things ticking without anybody noticing?
20,000 colleagues were recruited in literally the space of 3 weeks. You have to imagine we're a business of over 100,000 colleagues.
So I'm going to give you an Asda number. Our online presence has gone from 400 odd thousand slots to 700,000 slots, going up to 1 million slots in a matter of months.
Shop online volumes literally doubling overnight. We went from being an organisation that worked sort of partly in the office, partly out of the office, to 100% out of the office overnight.
Get together, think it through, make it happen, and it did. It is a big organisation that has many aspects that you don't really appreciate. Well, I didn't until I joined, how diverse and how big it is. But all at the centre of, really, as Mark said, now moving towards technology to either unlock greater benefit or to make things easier for the customer or the colleague. And I think that's the fun bit though as well. You know, with the difficulties comes the challenge, comes the enjoyment.
It is a huge challenge, but the flip side to that is the opportunities are endless. We're really fortunate to be in a department in Asda that is so much in demand and is recognised as being so important now.
Social distancing that might come along, vulnerable and extremely vulnerable cases of both colleagues and customers, but I don't think we quite envisaged how fast things moved. And I'm not exaggerating, but it did move from hours/days to mobilise and then make a workforce remote. So we built over 1,000 laptops in a matter of days, and then had to transition the colleagues from what is a traditional desktop to laptop.
So I was going into stores in Manchester to support our colleagues over there, and likewise with Kerry, sort of going into her local store and acting like a proxy between sort of the store colleagues and home office colleagues to get that feedback to home office, so that when we are, making these changes, we're considering what it actually is like on the shop floor. To do that by rolling out some of our scan and go solutions in store, so that and speeding up the speed at which we rolled it out to all stores.
Guys on the call here,
yeah.
You weren't doing the tech stuff. You walked in the store and you were picking, or you were stacking shelves as well. So it was a great team effort.
We've really been able to continue working at pace and delivering and engaging other areas of the business into new ways of working as well. So that's been really exciting at that level.
I think the thing that's really struck me is how everybody has really come together as a group, even though we're not physically together, and they have like isolation or virtual coffees, and then on a Friday they'll have a quiz, or they'll have the 4 o'clock beers on the Zoom, and it's just really nice.
So we've got to know people's family members as well. Kerry, hosted a virtual quiz night dressed as a lobster, just to cheer people up.
I know, it was
for
a
the
sausage
sake
roll.
of it.
I was going to say, it's sausage roll.
I'm my next outfit now,
Oh, sorry.
That was a surprise.
Luckily, and I will say luckily, but it's well some good skill and judgment, it happened in a heartbeat and nobody really noticed. And I think that's true to say for the last 3 months. We've been working like this since March, when I went to July, and it's just become the norm. People are used to working through collaboration tools, working remotely, but also it's little things like how we hire people, how do we give them the kit. We've changed a lot of BAU processes. So get them trained, get them on the shop floor, give them the kit they need, and give them the training they need to service the customers. And it's just, you don't really think that's an IT job, but there was so much going on behind the scenes to make that happen. It was testament. I think the biggest thing that I observed from it and learned from it was the boundaries dropped. You no longer said it was your job, it was our job.
Also, scan and go within the store is normally only open between, I think it's 8 and 8, so we extended that to 7 and 11 to try and keep customers moving through the stores and keep as Shade said, trying to make them as sort of self-sufficient as possible.
there's been stuff we've been doing in our stores and our depots that are enablers as well as swap outs, so Wi-Fi, because the mobile first. All our stores have got Wi-Fi for customers and colleagues to use in there. If you've been in some of our new stores, a great thing these guys have led on is their front-end transformation. So again, Sherry touched on it before, and moving to more self-serve, as we've seen. People want to do more for themselves. Yes, they can less touch, more do. So there's a lot of activity that we've paused purely because of the impact it takes to swap it out, but now need to accelerate out to the end of the year. And we've got a thing in retail, and everybody else, I guess, has similar periods, but we call it golden quarter, whereby, you know, everybody goes a bit mad at Christmas to buy what they buy for friends, family, and, you know, stock up.
Having gone to schools and spoken to students, I think their impression of technology is that you have a bunch of nerds sitting behind a computer. And when you come into Asda Tech, you'll find that we're absolutely not that. We appear to be normal people.
We've really been able to continue working at pace and delivering and engaging other areas of the business into new ways of working as well. So that's been really exciting at that level.
You know, everybody talks to everybody. You'll have Roger, who's the CEO, will walk the atrium, go and get a cup of coffee, could be stood next to you in the queue, and he'll just talk to you. So a lot of our new starters could be young mothers, fathers, have responsibility for looking after vulnerable parents, whatever it was. We try to encourage flexibility in the hours they work as well, so they can accommodate that.
If you've got an idea, I don't think any idea is too small. If you need to speak to our CEO or you need to speak to our CFO, you can have those conversations. If you've got a good idea, they will listen to it. One of the things that you'll notice is that we have a diverse group of colleagues who work in Asda as well. We all think differently and we all have a different approach to different things, but ultimately we have the same goal. So whether you're wearing a uniform or you're in a home office or you work in the service desk or you work as an architect or you work as a BA, ultimately the aim is to reduce costs, you know, and to pass that on to our customers.
This is the first real company I believe I've worked in that really fundamentally believes in what we're trying to achieve, which is get the cost of goods down, get price down in the store, and help our customers live better by buying products that are quality at affordable prices so they can spend their disposable income on other things.
Just about out of time now, so I'd just like to say thank you all for coming on board and contributing. It's been a really interesting discussion. So many things have obviously been happening over the last few months, and it seems like there's even bigger plans to continue this growth and this improvement in service for your customers. So thank you all today, and I hope to see you all again soon.